everyone, and welcome to a game called Bystander. This game was made by the same guy who made It Came From Outside. So I think it's in the same pixelated style, and that's about all I know about it. So let's get into the game and see what it's all about. So you see, what we have here is a trap, obviously. So we tried to go around it, right? Can't go around over here. Can't go around the gate. Maybe it's not maybe I can go up here? I almost made it. Oh dang, I gotta get this out. I can't, well, I guess I'm supposed to die then. That's fine, I'm okay with that. No! It brings up text dialogue. It's not some sort of trap. That's weird. Okay. Bystander. Noun. A person who is present at an event or innocent but does not take part. Oxford Dictionary. Alright. Glad we established this. Let's see if there's anything around here other than the obvious gate. Welcome to Watcher's Rock. Population 1692. Well, do I need to remember that for something? We got a house. Obviously, I'm gonna loot this place. An old TV. Even if it's unplugged, it sends some static. So something paranormal's happening. A poltergeist. Noises everywhere now and then. So static noises. A rather comfortable sofa. It will sell. Pick it up and put it in your pocket, man. We can't do that. Thick vines have entered through a hole in the wall. Maybe the keeper is good at his job, but he's not keeping his house as good as the town's entrance. Weird conclusion to come to. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 20th. Astronomers announced that tomorrow night at approximately 11 o'clock p.m., the comet will be visible to the naked eye. Be sure to not miss this extraordinary occurrence. Turn off the lights and keep your eyes turned skyward. Alien invasion. That's what I'm guessing. This guy is just standing in the street in a catatonic state. Alien invasion. With his eyes turned upwards. He doesn't look well. I should seek help. I'm gonna say it again. Some sort of alien invasion. I can't check the trash cans. What kind of game is this? It's a scrap of newspaper. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 5th. Today begins the trial for 6 people charged with the murder of the 4 daughters of Stanton. We went from meteorite alien invasion to murderers. Interesting. North, courthouse. South, town park. Let's go to the town park. Oh, hello there. Not much of a park. We have a single swing set. The vines have started to take over the park swings. What's with all these vines everywhere? I hope we find out. There are some people on their knees in a penitent manner. They have their eyes turned upwards like the others and seem unaware of your presence as well. There's something green on this nose. And an equestrian statue. Vines have heavily entwined it. It's glowing of a strange, eerie greenish light. It's a very dim luminescence, but it's clearly noticeable. Obviously. Is there anything else? Strange. Somebody built what seems to be a makeshift altar in front of the statue. There are white petals on it. As you approach the altar, you hear a voice coming from the statue. Reach the center of the altar. Nope, it's possessed. I'm leaving. I'm probably gonna die. There's no saves in this game, so. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 26. Strange vegetal life forms have started to grow out of control. herbicides have been proven to be ineffective, as the thick vines wither just to be replaced by many more of them shortly after. Sounds like kudzu, or kuzi, some people call it that too. Well, I mean, if I die, I haven't progressed that far into the game yet, so might as well. Yep, I'm calling it. I'm dying right now. You feel a bit dizzy, while the voice from the statue utters, "You have made a mistake by coming here." These words, "Show your compassion for each one of the innocents betrayed by human justice." Okay. So not what I thought, but better than what I thought. Please stop. I'm trying to press a different button, and it won't do what I want it to do. Let me guess, this guy's in a catatonic state too. Another one in that strange catatonic state. He seems to be unaware of your presence, like everybody else. In the last game, we haven't had any interaction with anybody, so I guess this is a major improvement, even though, there's still no interaction. But at least there's people. It's the page of a newspaper. Somebody tore it apart. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 15th. They tore it apart, but you can still make out the words in the exact order that they were intended to be written. With unprecedented speed, the 6-man charged with the murder of the 4 daughters of Stanton have been declared not guilty. Oh wow, that sucks. Unless they are actually not guilty. In response to the growing rumor that this verdict may have been influenced by their status as heirs to the most powerful families of the town, the 6 men have said that they will press defamation charges against anyone who will contribute in spreading this rumor. Sounds like words of guilty men. Let's see what this has to say. Looks like a diary. It abruptly ends with October 18th. I'll read it all out. Oh, we're just going to read the last one. October 18th. This is too much. First the death of my wife 10 years ago. Then I've lost all my... This is Stanton, isn't it? All my daughters. All at once. Who could have thought that such monsters could live in our town? And now, after all the evidence found, they just set them free? I've never thought that my quiet little town could become a hell on earth. So I decided to end it here. I've left no one to greet before I go. Other people have already started to avoid me. They probably been intimidated by those bastards. I really hope you all find this. This is all on you. If there's some justice, you'll pay for this, all of you. Oh God, what did he do? A workbench. There are some tools on it. Well, pick it up. I might need it if there's murderers running around here. There's a rope hanging from this beam. It's been cut. It's been cut? There's a toppled stool below. A heavy door. It's locked. So, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to find a key. Can't interact with anything out here. That window, or whatever that is, looks like a little arrow telling me to go into this house. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Maybe they have valuables. This guy is in a trance like the others. You tried to communicate with him, but obtained no answer. Well, this sucks. Hey, there's a guy that's not standing. I'll talk to him in a second. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 21st. Comet shard falls from the sky. A piece of the comet has detached itself from the main body and has fallen in the forest north of the town. The mayor, question mark, has asked for an intervention of the team of experts from the state's government to examine the piece. Aliens, man. So, what I'm getting from the story so far is 6 women have been murdered, or 4 of them. There were 6 murderers, 4 women who've been murdered. Another unresponsive person, he's easily uncaring of the gigantic vine that's invaded the street behind him. So, back to my original thought. Aliens found out what happened to these girls, and then they found out that the murderers didn't pay for the crime, so the aliens sent a comet to destroy them all? I don't know. Don't go near the people down this road. They're dangerous. Well, just some of them, but I don't remember. I think it's important, but if only I had something to drink to refresh my memory. I'll take your word on it. But I don't think drinking will refresh anything. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 1st. 4 girls have been found dead outside the town walls. The 4 girls, Caroline, Sarah, June, and Rachel, were the daughters of Stanton. There's a random flower here, so let's pick that up. You picked up the white flower. It had a rather innocent appearance amidst all this threatening and invasive vegetation. But why did we pick it up? That I don't know. A scrap of newspaper. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 23rd. The comet shard has started to glow with strange greenish luminescence. While waiting for authorities to arrive, people are advised to avoid the comet shard and its surrounding, for there could be a risk of radiation exposure. This guy just stopped here in the middle of the crossroad. How rude. All these people together with far thunders of an impending storm create a haunting atmosphere. Well, at least there's that one guy to keep me company. Right, one guy, he's probably gonna die. You pick up a white flower, innocent appearance, invasive vegetation. It says the same thing for a different white flower. I feel cheated. The door of the courthouse is kept shut by a thick tangle of vines. White vines. Very white vines. North courthouse, south town park. West grocery store. That's new. Here's a grocery store. I'm gonna go pick up that white flower for whatever reason. And there you go. You pick up a white flower, innocent, threatening, and invasive vegetation. Again, same dialogue, man. You could change that up a little bit. He's just standing in the middle of the empty parking lot. How rude of him. The abnormal behavior of these people is sending shivers down your spine. Not down my spine, but down my character's spine, probably. The Watcher's Rock Guardian, October 30th. More and more people are continuing to fall into a catatonic state. Their eyes turn upwards, standing in the streets and refusing to move. Doctors are unsure about the cause of this condition, but they've asked for an emergency task force to come, for they suspect this may be related to some sort of radiation emanating from the comet shard. In addition, even more people have started to gather around the equestrian statue in town park, praying. Some have even claimed that it was the statue that called them. The local police has failed in scattering the worshippers, as these people have reacted to these attempts with an unusual violence behavior. The statue called me too, so therefore they are not crazy, because I am not crazy. I got a bottle of whiskey. I guess the shop owner won't mind, considering his current state. What is his current state? Somehow, farther away, they look more creepier. The grocery store owner, I suppose. His stare doesn't follow me as I move through his shop, but is haunting anyway. It is haunting the further away you get from it, but the closer you are to them, it doesn't look that bad from there. I guess we give The guy, the drink. Thank you. Yes, now I remember. They all went down the road and placed themselves in a particular order without speaking a word. I don't know why. Looked like something was giving them directions. Just don't look the murderers in the eyes, okay? They're likely to kill you. Murderers are likely to kill me. Who would have thought? They're the ones with the M marked on the back of their head. So considering there were 6 murderers in these papers, there's probably 6 murderers in this lineup. The Watchers Rock Guardian, October 3rd. 6 people have been formally charged with the murder of the 4 daughters of Stanton. The identity of the 6 have caused a scandal, as they are the heirs of the most powerful families of Watchers Rock. We already established this. And they threaten people, so they must be the murderers. A corpse, looks like its neck, has been snapped by a powerful grip. A corpse, there are finger-shaped bruises around its neck. The head is twisted at an unnatural angle. Well, that's very unfortunate for them. I'm going to collect this white flower now. You picked up a white flower. It has a rather innocent, it's the same thing. You could change it. I'm just saying. And you could add music to your video games too. Why isn't my computer cooperating with me? Okay, so you don't click the space bar. You click an arrow key to leave. Oh my gosh, okay, I thought the game froze for a second. He's a murderer. But we don't touch murderers. We got another murderer. We got safe, murderer, safe, murder, safe, murder, safe. Okay, so the first one was safe, and I completely forgot the order, by the way, so if I get murdered, oh well. This guy has a strange mark on his forehead. So it looks like an R. This was a murderer, this guy. This guy has a strange mark on his forehead too. Wow. It looks like a tree to me, or an arrow. I'll say tree, like a pine tree. I forgot the rest, so no. Murder, no. No. So these 2 are safe. So R, tree, X, arrow, R, tree, X, arrow. I forgot the rest. And the last one. Oh, look at that. There's 6 murderers, as I predicted. It looks like an N. So R, tree, X, arrow, and wonder what I'll need that for. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Saying the same things. Okay. We're supposed to do something here. I remember distinctly that white petals were on this, so I'm gonna throw the flowers on here. Thank you, the voice says. Suddenly you have a strange vision. You see the front of the courthouse and a strange green light that filters through a crack in the wall between the last 2 columns on the right. Let's go to the courthouse then. I didn't find a key. Maybe I'll find it in the courthouse. Oh. There it is. We can't unblock the door. There's a guy in here. Another victim of that strange condition. From his position, you suppose that he is an usher of the courthouse. Okay. Criminal proceedings court. You notice that the vines are in the store are small enough to let you pass. Great, but can I pass through the other doors? There are no signs telling where this door leads. Looks like it's blocked from the other side by vines. You suppose. Upper floor, records office, civil lawsuits, courtroom. Okay, can I go in? These doors are kept shut from the other side. From the space in between them, you can see some vines. What a surprise. It looks like there's a guy strapped down over here. That's not good. As if everything you witnessed until now wasn't enough, you gaze in awe at the gaunt figure of the judge laying on his chair. The vines have invaded his body and are now protruding from his mouth and empty eye sockets. The stench of death has invaded the whole courtroom. It sucks to be you. Oh, here's the puzzle game. This is where the puzzle comes in handy. Maybe it will lead me to the key to that house. There was R, then tree, then X, then arrow, then N. Oh boy. More vines and habitats. What the hell is that? Alright, it's obviously an alien, so look at that eye. It's a one-eyed alien. It's Mike Wazowski, you guys, in the flesh. Well, I understand that he's a monster and not an alien, but he's Mike Wazowski from space. So, you did it. You crossed the town and you reached. Is Mike Wazowski talking to me right now? Safety. Fear not, for I'm not here for you. You just happened in the wrong place at the wrong moment, and it would be unfair for you to suffer the consequences of the actions of others. I warned them. After I fell from the sky, I spoke to them from the statue. I told them to repent, but they didn't understand. They started praying to the statue, when the right thing to do would have been to make those six pay for their actions. So you're here to make those six pay for their actions. Well, I mean, not everybody gets what they want. I mean, murdering people sucks, but not everything's fair in this world. Some of them are incredibly coward. Some of them are cowards, unable to react. Others are bloodthirsty, preying upon everyone else. All I'm doing is emphasizing their features. The first won't react to anything, while the others, it is yet to be done. They brought this upon themselves. How would they know that they would bring something like this upon themselves? So what I'm getting is that why this game is called Bystander is that this whole town are bystanders to what is happening into their own town. They were innocently going about their business, and the next thing you know, 4 people are murdered, and the heirs to the throne are the murderers, but then the judge rules that they're innocent, and then they pay the price. I really don't know. Unfair? I don't think so. After all, I'm just letting them be what they are, or better, an enhanced version of their true selves. Those who didn't take part in all of this, like you, or the drunk man, he lives here too. How did the drunk man, a part of this community, not take part in all this stuff that you're talking about? Have nothing to fear. It's all a matter of who you are. Okay? You're just a bystander. So, no, I'm the bystander. Okay. You arrived here while something is happening, but you safely crossed through it, not taking part. Go on with your journey then. Don't look back. You have no business here. So what if I do go back? Will you do anything about it? I really don't want to go back through all of that. But he's not doing anything about it, so... Well, you guys, it was a bust. I went back and checked through everything that I possibly could and tried to talk to the drunk man again and tried to tell him what was going on or tried to help him out of the situation, but apparently my character doesn't want to do that. He just wants to leave because he's a bystander after all. Let's just go then. I have no other option. After the meeting with that thing, Mike Wazowski, by the way, you traveled for hours to put more distance possible in between you and it. Now the sun is settling, so you decide to stop in a little lodge for the night. Does anybody own this lodge? Am I trespassing? I don't feel good about this. They're gonna come back and kill me. A small TV, surprisingly, it's working. Wow, I didn't do anything for that. You lock the door behind you and fall on the bed, exhausted. As you touch the bed, you fall in a deep sleep devoid of dreams. You wake up in the morning ready to carry on your journey and are put even more distant to put even more distance between you and that thing. This man didn't call anything. Authorities, said it. As you are about to exit the lodge, the small TV set suddenly turns on by magic. On the news channel, a morning of horror for the small town of Watchers Rock. An emergency team of medical specialists called some days ago has arrived in the little town only to make a shocking discovery. All of the inhabitants of the town are dead. All of them? All of them. From a first investigation, the medical staff believes that the inhabitants have all been strangled by the same 6 individuals without opposing resistance. The 6 individuals have then proceeded in taking their own lives. The investigation continues as the police considers this reconstruction of events as utterly implausible. The End, a game by Newgrounds. So, I'm going to play it again real quick and see if I can get a different ending, because it seems like this is an multiple endings game. So I will cut you guys through that, and I'll see you right now. Hey guys, I'm back. So what I did this time is I went straight through the town. I didn't put any white petals on anything. I didn't talk to the drunk man. I just went straight through to the courthouse and straight to here, and I'm going to see if there's any dialogue changes, any differentiation in the story whatsoever. It seems like, even though my character read none of the newspapers, none of the diary entries, Mike Wazowski here is still talking to me about all this stuff like I know it, like my character knows it at least. I'm going to see if the news channel changed any, because I didn't put the pedals on the thing, and the pedals didn't save anybody because they were all dead. And another thing that I thought was weird is that they said no one was alive, yet Mike Wazowski, the alien rock thing, said that the drunk man was okay. Was an okay guy, but he still ended up dead because they said everyone was dead and there were no survivors at all. Just struck me as weird. I also find it funny that it says right here, after meeting with that thing, you traveled for hours. But for me, it was only a like literally less than a minute. What if I don't go in the lodge? Can I go past this? I cannot go past this at all. See, it's just the same thing. It's the same thing, even though my character didn't do anything. So that was the bystander, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Now I'm going to talk about the game a little bit. This game seemed like it had multiple endings because it gave you options for things you could have done. Like you had the option with the flower petals. I don't know why you could interact with that door because for the life of me I could not find the key. There's no key in this game to unlock that door. I'm very curious to see if there's anything behind the door. I feel like there should have been something to do with the door because I could interact with it. If you can't go through a door, if you're not going to make any other way to go through a door, don't let me interact with it. That's all I'm saying. Also, my man walked through all the town without reading anything, and as you guys know, the stone or whatever still talked to me like I knew everything. There's definitely different things you could have done with this game. This game could have been a lot more. Oh yeah, and one thing I forgot to show you guys was the animation for if you get murdered. So I'm gonna go get murdered real quick. I'm gonna talk to this murderer here. ... Yes? Oh, he looked at me. He's cured. I cured him. I am the ultimate healer. Thank me. Bow to me. You should have been more careful. Game over. Oh, that's it? No stabby animation, or in this case, strangling animation. That would have been a nice touch at it. It told a story, you know, even though the story didn't really make much of sense. Like, I know, I get the concept for the story. I just don't understand why an asteroid would care about what's happening in a small town enough to completely kill everybody and destroy it. Just two wrongs don't make a right. I know that 4 people were murdered and 6 people got away with their murders, but I don't think that gives you really the right to basically murder a whole entire town, and because that just doesn't make sense. But anywho, well, that's all I have to say about it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.